Alright, no, I ain't finna waste no time, boy. What happened to running backs? Now, I don't want to waste no time. I'm gonna let this man talk, and I'm gonna give my input throughout or after, bro.
From the prime days of the running back position. Just 11 years ago, a running back won the MVP award.
Fact.
Peterson.
Fact.
Others also won the award in the 21st century. Now, that seems crazy. Christian McCaffrey put up the third most scrimmage yards of all time in 2019.
Fact.
Didn't even receive a single vote.
Cause it's a quarterback league, bro. It's a quarterback league. You can't win unless you have a quality quarterback, bro. You just can't. Even if you have the best running back in football, bro, you don't have a quality fucking quarterback, you're not going to win. So that's why.
With only 5 wins, which points us to one of the main reasons why running backs just don't matter anymore. If you have a good running back, it doesn't do a whole lot compared to other positions when it comes to the team's success.
Exactly.
Running backs were getting paid up with all the other positions, while the NFL
Jerome Bettis.
The 2000s and players started making more and more. Running backs weren't following the same pattern. They were getting less and less important to offenses, and a lot of things just went wrong when it comes to the recent history with running back contracts.
Oops, my bad.
As the NFL became more of a passing league and analytics were being worked into teams' front offices, running backs began to suffer. The numbers suggested that an offensive line...
No. Running backs ain't beginning to suffer, goddamn, because there's a bunch of quality running back that's getting... shit 200 and fucking some of them getting 300. It's just that running back, so you have to be versatile to play 3 downs and to be able to catch the ball out the backfield. If you can't do one or the other, you're going to take a hit, bro. And yeah, this is a passing league, so that's why running backs like Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, and Alvin Kamara and Austin Eckler, those guys flourish because that's their game. It's a tricky situation, bro. Running backs is a tricky situation, bro, especially nowadays, man. I mean, I don't get, like I say, I ain't never played running back, so I mean. See, now we should have paid him. Now he was the type of running back we should have got, bro. We should have gave him what he's supposed to, and that's a fact, bro. I don't give a fuck how many times he wasn't, bro. I mean, I understand why Pittsburgh ain't give him shit or give him what he wanted, because he was always hurt by time it was time to get going, especially around the playoffs. He was always hurt or something always was going on. That's why I understand Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying, hesitation giving him something, but his skill set deserved all of it, bro. He deserved it the way that he played. But I'd have took that. I'd have took that. I don't give a fuck.
The top 5 earners of that position, or 120% of that player's previous salary, whichever is greater. If the player rejects this offer, they are unable to negotiate with other NFL teams for that entire season. So basically, they either accept it or just don't play. Now,
we used to run screens as good as a bitch. Look at how David Castro getting downfield, man. Oh my God! Look at the zone running, bro. Pulling guard. Oh my. No, run that back, nigga. Look how we, no, that wasn't no guard. That's Villanueva. You pulled that tackle, bang, power running. Ball, nigga. Sit down, nigga. But Le'Veon Bell was a goat, man.
Bell also wanted a multi-year deal, which is not surprising.
Damn, bro.
If he gets injured playing on the franchise,
my bad, I'm talking over, dude. My bad.
Big payday, most likely. The Steelers knew that, and they knew that running back is the most injury-prone position in the league. So they signed Bell to a big multi-year deal, and he gets injured, then the contract will be a bust. Not only that, but running backs notoriously fall off faster than any other position in the game. So
either running backs or linebackers, bro. I mean, rightfully so, linebackers, because you know. But it is out of running backs and linebackers, bro.
They're not interested in giving them 3, 4, 5-year deals like other positions get. NFL teams know the risk reward, and it's just not worth it. Now, this wasn't the first holdout in NFL history, but it is probably the most well-known.
The biggest.
Bell not only sat out the whole season, but was arguably the best running back in the league at the time. Wow.
And you wanna know what pissed me off when he did that? It wasn't the fact that he was holding out. Alright, cool. You trying, you know what I'm saying? Bargain yourself. The fact that he was lying, talking about something. I'm gonna come back week 4. Week 4 come, he's not around, he's not available. Alright, I'm coming back week 6. Week 6, same shit. Week 12. By the time week 12, bro, you was like, yeah, alright, bro. Nigga, I don't give a fuck no more, bro. He ain't coming back. And that's how that was, bro. All he could have said was, man, he probably said he was coming back because they had talks going through, and I don't know, bro. You can't just be like, you even had your teammates, you know what I'm saying, wondering and shit, bro. Like, that shit was ass, man. I ain't have fuck with that shit.
Exactly the opposite of what Bell hoped it would. His numbers would fall off a cliff after signing with the Jets in 2019, and he showed how replaceable running backs were when the day 2 pick James Conner went out and put up great numbers behind
James Conner was balling, bro. He was balling.
Value was always on the decline since 2000, but this was the start of the fall that we are seeing today. That same year in 2018, Saquon Barkley made his NFL debut after being selected with the 2nd overall pick by the New York Giants.
Dog.
In 2017, Leonard Fournette was drafted with the 4th overall pick.
Dog.
In 2016, Ezekiel Elliott was selected by the Dallas Cowboys.
Dog.
Overall pick, and in 2015, Todd Gurley was picked with the 10th
fucking beast. Out of all of them Zeke deserve his shit, but it was more so Zeke is like Zeke nigga got fucking heli mass on that bitch, and that nigga was not the same, bro. He was not the same when he put on hella mass. Alright, got run. Oh yeah, we out.
Todd Gurley was the first of the bunch, and he got off to a blazing start in his NFL career.
God,
Offensive Rookie of the Year,
that nigga was on God timing, bro.
Second team in his first year. He took a huge step back in his sophomore season just to explode the next year. He put up over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, including over 1,300 on the
and that nigga, bro, that nigga was fantasy god, bro.
He was so
fantasy god.
MVP voting behind Tom Brady. He made first team All-Pro and was easily the best at his position in the league. The next year, he scored 21 touchdowns and recorded 1,800 yards from scrimmage. Man, this guy's going to be the best running back for years to come, right? He's only 24 years old. He's going to break records. He's easily going to make the Hall of Fame.
So that nigga got arthritis in his knee.
Well, we all know what happened to Todd Gurley next. On July 25th, 2018, the Rams signed Gurley to a 4-year, $60 million extension that included $45 million guaranteed. The next season in 2019, Gurley averaged under 4 yards per attempt, just 1,064 yards from
4 touchdowns ain't bad, bro. The fuck? Nigga, that's actually great. Shit.
After this season, Gurley was
14. Did I say 4 or 14? I don't know.
But he put up bad
numbers. Go fuck.
The Rams would then win the Super Bowl in 2021 with Sony Michel being their lead back, who they acquired from the Patriots for a 6th and 4th round pick. Gurley's downfall was a result of various knee injuries, which eventually led to his retirement at the age of 26. That contract the Rams gave him now looks very bad. Zeke exploded onto the scene in 2018 with fellow rookie.
He was a dog, bro.
The Cowboys to the playoffs after the team put up
but they also had the best fucking offensive line in the league for years. Even with DeMarco Murray and all types of shit.
Pretty good for Zeke as he would continue to be efficient and stay relatively healthy. 2020 was a down year for Elliott, though, as he played in 15 games but didn't even eclipse the 1,000-yard mark. He averaged just 4 yards per rush and 4.4 yards per touch. The once explosive Elliott wasn't quite looking the same anymore, and he was only 25 years old. The Cowboys still signed Zeke to a 6-year, $90 million contract with $50 million guaranteed. Elliott did not get much more efficient in 2021, and in 2022, he just looked slow and was relegated to goal line and pass pro almost exclusively. The contract was already a disaster just 2 years in. The numbers were bad, and the Cowboys had Tony Pollard, a 2019 4th-round pick, putting up insane efficiency numbers as he was averaging over 5 yards per attempt behind Zeke. He really should have been the number 1 guy all of 2021 and 2022, but since the Cowboys gave all that money to Elliott, they were pressured to keep him on the field. Elliott was cut and now signed a $6 million deal with the Patriots for 2023. The Cowboys are trotting out Pollard with a lot more confidence. The running back contract strikes again.
It's getting good. I had no problems until you bitch ass ads, bro. And it ain't skippable, bro. God. Alright, we back. You was a dog, bro.
Agreed that this pick probably wasn't the best option, but Fournette did have a lot of talent. It wouldn't take long, though, to see why this pick was awful. After 3 numbers, Fournette was released by the Jags. He was labeled a bust, and you might be saying, well, all positions have busts in the draft, not just running backs. They could have drafted a quarterback or a tackle, and he could have been just as bad. But the story doesn't end there. James Robinson would take.
I don't like the bus word, bro. I don't like the bus. I mean, from a media fan standpoint, yeah. But when you play the game, bro, niggas don't play to be boss, bro. They play to change their life, bro. Give millions of dollars to play the sport you love, bro. You think they giving a damn about being called a bus, bro? Like, bro, like, let's keep it a buck, bro.
In his entire career, James Robinson was not the 4th overall pick. He was actually undrafted.
James Robinson,
he was signed on a minimum contract with very, very little.
They did that nigga dirty over there.
Overall pick with an undrafted rookie just 3 years after the 4th overall pick was
they
drafted.
did James Robinson as dirty, bro.
Better? That's not a good thing. Obviously, it's rare that you see this in any other position. Quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line, anywhere on defense, it's very rare to see undrafted players make such an impact so quickly. Jalen Warren, Austin Eckler, and Philip Lindsay are some other recent undrafted players at the position that gave their team great production. Running backs have the best list of undrafted players by far, and that is a big reason why teams won't use top picks on them, since they can get them later or even after the draft and be just as productive.
Right.
The final running back on the list, Saquon Barkley, the number 2 overall pick in the 2018 draft.
Nah, he was born. Yeah, he was him. Christian McCaffrey. When you say top backs, why you take backs early on in the first, let alone in the first period, he was like that coming out of college, bro. And you see it now, bro. Him, Christian McCaffrey. Who was another back that went early? Bijan went early. This I might be missing some, but I know those 3 for a fact, bro. There's a reason why they was picked early, bro. And you seen it, bro.
It's safe to say that he lived up to the hype. A torn ACL would knock him out of the 2020 season, and in 2021, he was looking rough.
And
2022, though, he bounced back and looked good again.
Can't really blame injuries, bro. He's playing a physical game, bro.
It's one of the few times here that we've seen investing in a running back work well.
He was worth the pick, bro.
One of the higher profile holdouts, and eventually came to terms with a 1-year, $10 million deal. This contract is a complete result of the Ezekiel Elliott contract and others like it, where teams just aren't giving long-term deals to running backs, especially ones with the injury history like Barkley. Even without the injuries, they just fall off a cliff out of nowhere after a few years. Todd Gurley and Elliott were on top of the world in terms of running backs for a couple of years, then next thing you know, one of them is out of the league, the other is a backup.
This nigga jumped and hurt himself.
$60 million contracts if you want to get a roster that is fit for winning a Super Bowl. Speaking of a roster that is fit for winning a Super Bowl, let's take a look back on some of the rosters from teams who won the big game. In 2022, the Kansas City Chiefs had Isaiah Pacheco, a 7th-round pick, as their leading rusher, who, by the way, was outplaying the 1st-round pick in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was his backup. In 2021, the Rams had Sony Michel, who we mentioned before. The Buccaneers in 2020 had Leonard Fournette, who they got after he was cut from the Jaguars, and Ronald Jones II, who was a 2nd-round pick on his rookie contract. In 2019, the Chiefs won it with nobody eclipsing 500 rushing yards on the team. The most went to Damian Williams, who was undrafted and not on a big contract. And here's the rest of the 10 most recent Super Bowl winning running backs. Marshawn Lynch, these guys are, 1, not being used all that often, and 2, not being paid a lot of money. Obviously, this information is public to all the front offices in the league, who are all looking to do what these teams did, win the Super Bowl. And how do they do it? Well, most teams are going to look at these rosters and say, well, we want to win the Super Bowl, and they did it like this, so we should probably look at what they're doing. These teams aren't running the ball for the most part. They aren't paying running backs, and they aren't spending high draft.
Shit, you need to run, bro. Y'all need to have, I don't know what this is, bro. Running the football is essential, especially when it comes to playoff time, bro. You can have the best aerial attack all regular season, but if you can't run the ball when it comes to that postseason, you would not. Let me not say that. If you could be a great run team and can't throw the football. You cannot be stagnant at one fucking thing. You have to be balanced. The most balanced team is gonna win every single year, bro. Oh, yo, man, look at Pat Mahomes, bro. Isaiah Pacheco had what? I think that bitch had like 5 yards of carry, bro, in the Super Bowl. Mahomes only threw 20 something times, bro. Yeah, he was efficient through the air, but they also was efficient through the ground. The Eagles, the most balanced team we saw going into the Super Bowl, hell, going into the playoffs. Eagles, for the most part, because they could have run the football, and they had guys that on the outside that could win their one-on-one matchups, weren't efficient on the ground in the Super Bowl at all. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't. I think they had, what, 2 yards of carry? Some shit around that. 2 yards, 3 yards of carry, bro. And they barely running, like, They couldn't run the football. That's why you have to run the football, and you have to be efficient at running the football, bro. Don't matter who the fuck you got back there in the backfield. Don't matter who you got in the backfield. You have to still run the football. You have to run the ball, bro. Don't matter who is at running back. It don't matter who is at running back. It literally don't. You can have a great running back. You'll have a fucking lower end running back. If you can't run the football, you're not going to do shit. You're not going to win. It don't got nothing to do with.
We've seen running backs be productive from the first overall pick all the way to the 7th round and even undrafted. The supply is larger than any other position. The demand, on the other hand, is pretty low. In the preseason this year, 7% of plays had 2 running backs in them. So around 90% of the time, there's only 1 running back on the field. And as the NFL becomes more passive, that running back
teams are most likely in 11 personnel. You know, it's a pass happy era, bro.
And it's simple economics from there. High supply,
you know,
low demand means the price is going
to have a chance, you need an elite quarterback. To win, you need to be able to have a quality running back. It's basically how that is in a defense.
be pretty low.
To have a chance, elite quarterback.
Player on the field, and they get paid huge contracts. That is because you don't find a Tom Brady in the 6th round every other draft. A lot of the NFL's starting quarterbacks right now are former first-round picks, and we see quarterbacks bust all the time, making the supply really low. The drop from Patrick Mahomes to the 10th best quarterback is a lot bigger than the drop from guys like Nick Chubb and CMC to the 10th best running back. In the 2023 draft, we saw 2 running backs go inside the top 12, a rare sight to see in 2023. Bijan Robinson is not surprising.
He a dog, bro.
Have his talent up there with that of Saquon Barkley when he came out of Penn State. And as we saw
dog,
before,
look at that.
Was the best out of those 4 highly drafted running backs and was the main piece on that offense that went to the playoffs and won a game. Jahmyr Gibbs at 12 was the more shocking selection.
Yeah, I would.
Generational talent at the position like Bijan.
That surprised me, bro.
The Lions, though, had other needs that they needed to address over the running back position, and it doesn't help that he was used at a 27% snap rate in week 1. If you spend the 12th pick on a running back, you have to use him. We'll see how these picks go in the future, and it could be the last time we see a running back drafted in the top 10 for a long time. Running backs getting big second contracts after their rookie contract is up is going to be a rare sight in the future.
I think drafting a running back higher is way better than goddamn paying them this type of shit. Now this is, you know what I'm saying? This is different.
We saw with these 4
I'm not opposed to that, but like,
once they're on their second contract,
you know,
always fall off and the contract doesn't work out in the end. While running backs continue to try to form a union-like force through Zoom meetings to get better contracts, the numbers and history are stacked against them. It will be a tough task for them to get front offices to pay up, as they have plenty of evidence to back up their decision to not pay them. Is anyone going to want to
Nick Chubb did get hurt,
because
unfortunately.
At the position for the players is just not looking good.
Alright, so yeah, I had to get my take. I'm not opposed to running backs getting drafted early. Like I said, if you're getting drafted early, you were one of the best guys in football. That's what teams want. They want a motherfucker that's gonna help them win, bro. Help them in the future. But like paying them guys record-breaking numbers, that is tricky, you know? But I mean, you do what the fuck you want, dude. That ain't my problem. Like, I never played running back, bro, and I'm good, bro. That's that for me, goddamn.